afternoon. Today at Amicus Cuisine, we're going to be doing a Middle Eastern cuisine. I'd like to welcome everybody back who's been here before. Today we're going to have a variety of dishes from different countries. We have Turkey, Arab cuisine, we have Jewish food as well. For those of you that haven't been here before, we've had plant-based foods which have been smoothies, falafels, we've had quick lunches, sandwiches. Myself, I'm Yasmin. I'm from the United Kingdom. I really enjoy cooking. It's a great passion of mine. And we hope that you enjoy what we prepare for you today. So, today I have something called haraset. It's a Jewish food. We tend to eat this during Pesach, or what most people call Passover. It's really, really simple, and I think in everyday foods we can have it on top of oats or porridge. We can have it as a dessert, we can have it as a breakfast. So I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so first you start with apples. Any apple really will do, because you're not eating it so it doesn't have to be super crunchy, you're not eating it straight. So I have a big red apple. Apples are so good for you. They're full of fibre. One medium apple has 4 grams of fibre, and fibre is so important for us to maintain health in our body. So fibre, it helps with our digestion. You know, without it you become constipated, you become ill. If you don't move quickly enough, if things don't move quickly enough through your body, it can move into your colon, and you know, it can make you ill. So fibre is really important for us in our diet. Apples, they have plant chemicals in the skin, so a lot of people peel the skin of an apple. It's really important that you eat that skin of the apple as well. Now, a lot of growers use pesticides, so it's really important to wash the apple before you use it to eat. But if you've washed it, it's good to eat the apple skin as well. It contains a lot of nutrients. It's high in fibre, the skin as well. Okay, we also have walnuts. So walnuts, they're known to be good for brain health. They're also shaped like the brain, if you can see. I here in Romania, they're quite normal to eat, so it's not too expensive here like it is in the UK where I'm from. You know, walnuts, they have antioxidants, they're high in omega fatty acids, they're high in iron, they have selenium, calcium, vitamin E, and zinc also. Another thing, we're going to use raisins. So any raisins will do. Now, haraset, it doesn't usually contain raisins, but you can add in raisins, you can change the juice, you can really make it however you like. So raisins, it's high in potassium. That's a really, really good natural sweetener. Okay. So for the apples, what you do, you take your apple, it's good to core it, or slice the core out of it, and you chop it really small. You also take your walnuts, and you chop it quite small as well. Then you take the food processor. Now, you're not going to add all of it, you add half of the mixture that you want to use. And you add your walnuts. Juice. So we use grape juice usually. You can use, I suppose you could use prune juice, any kind of sweet juice like this, but generally, traditionally it's made with grape juice or wine. Take your serving bowl. good to add some cinnamon. Cinnamon tastes really good in this. This is also traditionally used when making it. And we add our raisins. And then we add some more apple, so we still have texture in it. We add some more walnuts. Mix it together. I know in your recipes you have what you've measured. You can also add a little bit more juice for some moisture. And that's it. So really simple. Thank you. Now we're going to have the next recipe. So, the next recipe that we have is Elizabeth or Sony from Kenya. She's going to be making a 3-bean salad. Elizabeth, I'll let you in here. Good afternoon, Elizabeth.
Good afternoon.
Sony,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, did you mention 3-bean salad?
Oh, is it not 3-bean salad?
Yeah, it's a bean salad.
Bean salad, sorry.
Yeah, just a bean salad, but if you would like many beans, you can do it. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. As you heard, my name is Sonny, though she called me Elizabeth, which is my full name, which is okay. And welcome today. So we're going to make a bean salad, and I hope you'll enjoy it. It's very, very simple to make. And it's easy, especially when you have chopped and prepared everything you need, so that you can just go. So the beans we're going to use today are kidney beans. I boiled them last night. I boiled the beans last night, and I soaked the beans last night, and I boiled in the morning. It took only like half an hour. So here we go. It's going to be a massive salad for like everyone. Beans are good for you. They are full of fiber, full of proteins, and depending whether it was grown where the soil was rich, if there was copper in the soil, zinc in the soil, that's what your beans will be rich in. So it's very, very nutritious. The other thing we have is the bell peppers. Other people call them capsicums. There are many varieties, but for this salad we've chosen the red one. As you can see, it's full of vitamins, phytochemicals, and it's really good for you. It contains also lots of fiber. The other thing we have is the sweet corn. You can buy it frozen. You can get fresh, then you try to remove it from the corn yourself. So here we have sweet corn. You can make as much as you can or as little as you can, depending with how big your family is, your family size. We have olives. We have olives. Depending with where you bought them, you can buy them pitted. You chop them yourself, but these ones are not chopped and they're not pitted. We've got cucumbers, which is our last ingredient on this one. They are chopped already. Here we go. Cucumbers are really good for you. They contain lots of water, which makes you stay dehydrated. So you mix what you have before you put the salt. You can see it's really looks good, many colors. And on our recipe, as you can see, it was written that we'll have avocado. It's unfortunate. We just got only one, so this one is not gonna go in there, but it will, don't worry, it cannot make your salad bad. If you don't have avocados, you can go as well without it. We've got olive oil. We're going to pour 2 tablespoons to it. Here we go. Now what is missing is just the salt, and we're good to go. You don't have to do lots of salt. You can let people add for themselves, because mostly the olives and the sweet corn, if you especially bought the canned one, they will have salt in them. So it's good if you don't add lots of it.
Wow, that looks great. Why did you choose this recipe?
I chose this recipe because I think it's easy to make and it's really nutritious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know which country it comes from?
They say it's Lebanese, but I think in the whole of Middle Eastern, because people are mixed, they eat this a lot. So thank you very much for watching. So on your presentation, just a minute. To make things look nice in your home, you can like decorate your plate to garnish so that your food can be well garnished. Then you serve it nicely to make it presentable and stuff. Oops. A little bit of mess, but I hope you can see and enjoy it.
It's nice.
Thank you very much. So that's how our final product looked like. So please try and practice whatever you can at home. We know we've been at our homes most of the time. Sometimes you're wondering what to cook, what to make for people, and the kids can enjoy this one because it's very colorful and kids love colorful food. So this is very nutritious. It's easy to make and it's highly nutritious, and it will keep you full for longer. So enjoy yourself, and please try to make it and tell us how it was when you made it at home. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Thank you.
You Sunny.
You're welcome.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Living in the Middle East, do you eat this often?
Yes, we eat it like every Sabbath. On Saturday when we go to church, somebody would have brought that. Every Sabbath. Yes, every week.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Oh yes, it's very nice.
So the cucumber helps with the hot weather.
Oh yes, yes. It keeps you hydrated as well all the time.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this looks brilliant. Next we're going to have a Turkish flatbread. This is presented by Yara. She's from Germany. Those of you who have been here before, you've seen her make bread before, and we know that she's really, really talented in making bread, so this recipe is sure to be a winner. Yara, I invite you here.
Good afternoon or good morning wherever you are, to you all. I'm happy to be back to baking bread. I guess those of you who were here before, they know me as bread lover. I love to make bread. So this is a very, very simple recipe that I would like to present to you. It's from Turkey, as you might have heard. You've got here the flour, 650 grams. In the recipe, you've got 2 tablespoons of salt to add into it. Then I will also use yeast. It says 1 pack of yeast, which is about 10 grams, I believe. So this is a big container. We do an estimate of a pack. really, it also depends on how high or how fluffy you want the bread to be. So I pour the estimate of 1 pack into here, since we've gotten the yeast. So you see that I used the flour here, but it's not a whole pack of 1 kilo. So the rest of it, the leftover, we will need to use at the end of the process. Then milk is going to be added. It's 60 milliliters or 1/4 cup. Can be any plant milk, soy or rice or whatever you like to use. In this case it's oats, that's the recommended one. To finish off, we've gotten yeast and all of the rest. Water. I've gotten 400 milliliters of water, and of that I've used part to boil in order to have warm water. An ideal temperature for yeast, not too hot and not too cold. And I will just do a test. Actually, you can do that at home with your hand, and it should be like a bathtub temperature, a comfortable one. Okay. So now, since we've gotten everything ready, the dough needs to be worked. You might need to add water or liquid as the recipe said, but in my case I found out I need to add flour. So it needs to be a dough that you can easily remove from the outsides of the bowl. So it will take a few minutes. I think the better you do, the better it is. And in fact, what I will not be able to show to you in this video is the rising time. It's 60 minutes. You need to keep it in a good place for 60 minutes, dark and warm. And it should rise to double of the size that we get at the end of my kneading. As I'm working the dough here, I want to show you the end product. In fact, maybe it was not very good accessible. That's what you should have coming out, nice and gold brown. You may add, typically it's sesame that you put on top because of the Middle East recipe. Also olive oil, and to make holes. I will show to you the process to have the typical look. But you can add anything else as well, what you like, if it's flax seeds or sunflower or any other thing you like to have with it. I think it's an ideal thing to go with the salad that Elizabeth made, or Sonny. I think we're getting close to the end here with the kneading. If you have a bread machine and you prefer to have it in a machine done, then feel free to do that. Just I'm used to working with my hands. You have a look. It looks pretty small. It's like a family size for people. And it's sticky at this point, so you might see in the video it's very sticky. I need to add more flour. And for this, it's good to have the leftovers from the pack. In fact, before you let it rise, it's good to put together with the yeast some sweetener, maybe raw cane sugar or even honey, anything sweet, to have the yeast be active. So ideally you would do that at the beginning, put the yeast and some water and honey together. But if it happens like to me right now, you may add it later. It helps the yeast be even more active and useful. Okay. You may see that it's working better now at this point. But a little more flour might make it even better since I've added the honey as well. Also, it should not be too dry as to falling apart. You just need to get the feel for how the consistency is best. Okay, I think I will finish adding flour here in this bowl now. When it will go on the okay, see how it's outside of the bowl. When I will work it, I will add flour underneath and on the rolling tool. So we pretend that we left this now for 1 hour, letting it rise double size. Should be nice and fluffy. And I will start to the end of the process. You need to make sure you have enough space to roll it. Be nice and big, filling the pan. Now I will, as I said, I will put the flour underneath. So it really will not stick in any way. You can turn it, makes it better. And also, please, can you bring your on it? Just make sure it will work. Then you will start rolling. I try to make a nice and round shape, or you could say oval. And what I did last time, actually, I already moved it here onto the baking tray and rolled it. I continued rolling on here. It's easier for me. I can see how's the size and how it should be rolled. Of course, it will be bigger when you have the dough that already rose. Then it will not be so hard to stretch it. Just to give it a general idea, I want to do this. Now, when you've gotten this, you will make, considering an amount of distance, a few centimeters, use your thumb and push holes into the dough all over. It's said to make the typical look, Middle Eastern. Okay, middle as you like. In fact, what happened even when I made it and the yeast was already active, the holes almost disappeared. So it's like this in the end. So when you did this, then you will add some oil as needed. And I use this brush to spread it. I will start it a little bit. You see, it's not much. In fact, you just need to spread it on top here of this dough. It makes it more crispy. How delicious! You can even be more generous than me in this case, depending on your preference. You don't need to add it actually, it just makes it more attractive even. Okay. After this, to finish off, you may add some sesame seeds or even black cumin seeds. In this case it's sesame. Add them onto there. Spread it in shapes that you like. And the black to have the contrast, the colors. And it's ready to go. So you need to bake this for 15 up to 20 minutes. This one was actually baked for 20 minutes. And on 220 degrees. So when the hour of rising is over, you need to preheat the oven. It makes it better and easier to work. And then you will put the bread into and let it bake. I hope you will enjoy trying it and be blessed with the recipe.
Yum. Thank you, Yara. So can I ask why you decided to choose this recipe?
I think it's connected with memories.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to always go to this one store and get a flatbread, similar to this. And we ate it for special nights like Friday night or on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Like a celebration kind of thing. So I always had nice memories with it.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, you can eat with the salad that Elizabeth suggested, or anything else you would like to eat with. Or just as a snack.
Nice.
Up to you.
Yeah. I wish through the camera you could smell what I'm smelling, but it smells so good just from here. You can smell it, it smells beautiful. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much, Yara. And
Very
it's going to
happy.
be great. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to thank everybody who's been watching so far. I'd like to announce some things. So next week we have next 2 weeks we have a new project. We'll be opening up to teach you about some natural remedies that we learn here at our health centre. So next week's one will be about how to boost your immune system using natural remedies. We are going to be doing it on the 17th and 31st of May. And then also on the 24th of May we have another Amicus Cuisine. We'll be doing Chinese cuisine. And we have actual Chinese students, so it'll be really authentic for you. And I really hope you can join us next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you try some of these recipes.